Hello middle 2, happy new school year. I know it's been a long time since we closed our books, so we are going to revise on what we have studied last year. We're going to start to revise grammar. The first rule is if conditional. Okay, the first conditional, do you remember the form or the structure of the first conditional? Yes, if plus present simple, on the other side will plus infinitive. Okay, it expresses something possible to happen. Okay, but what about the second conditional? The second conditional expresses something impossible to happen, something imaginary to happen. For example, when I say, let's have a look at the first example here. Rewrite the following sentences without changing the meaning. So, he is fat, he eats a lot of sweets. Let's use if instead of this sentence. He is fat, so it's impossible for him to stop eating sweets. Okay? So, it's impossible for him to stop eating sweets because he is fat. So, the structure of the second conditional is if he or if plus past simple, on the other side would plus infinitive. Let's change this example. If he were fat or if he weren't fat, of course, if he weren't fat, he would he wouldn't eat a lot of sweets. If he weren't fat, he wouldn't eat a lot of sweets. This is the first sentence. Okay? So let's read the answer. If he were not fat, he would eat sweets. It expresses that this situation is impossible to happen because he is already fat and he eats a lot of sweets. Okay, the second example is he smokes 40 cigarettes a day. So he is a heavy smoker. She smokes 40 cigarettes a day. She coughs a lot. Use would. So, if you are asked to use would, you have to use the second conditional. Let's think about it. So, because she is a heavy smoker, she can't stop coughing. So, if she would, let's think about the answer. So, the answer is, if she weren't a heavy smoker, she wouldn't cough a lot. Okay, the answer again, if she weren't a heavy smoker, she wouldn't cough a lot. So the answer is, if she weren't a heavy smoker, she wouldn't cough a lot. It's impossible for her to stop coughing because she is a heavy smoker. Okay, the third example is, he doesn't speak English, so he doesn't travel to England. Use if. Which conditional is suitable here? He doesn't speak English, okay? He doesn't travel to England. So it's impossible for him to travel to England now because it's difficult for him to speak English. So it's impossible. Which conditional is suitable here? The first or the second? Of course, the second conditional. Okay? Let's think about the answer. So what is the answer? If he spoke English, he would travel to England. If he spoke English, he would travel to England. Okay? Okay. The fourth example. Train daily to be fit and healthy. Use will. Which conditional is suitable here? The first or the second? Of course, the first conditional. Train daily to be fit and healthy. It means that if you train daily, if you keep training every day, you are going to keep fit and healthy. So it's possible to happen. Okay, so what is the structure of the first conditional? If plus present simple, and on the other side will and infinitive. Let's try to answer this one. If you train daily, you will be fit and healthy. Okay, let's write it. Okay, number 5. Run fast to win the race. Run fast to win the race. Which conditional is suitable here. Is it possible to win the race? Yes, it's possible if you run fast. So, if you run fast, you will win the race. You will win the race. Okay, middle two, here is the answer. If you run fast, you will win the race. Can I replace will by another modal verb? Yes, we can say if you run fast, you can win the race. You can win the race. Okay, number 6. They don't have a garden. They don't grow vegetables. So which conditional is suitable here? They don't have a garden. So it's impossible for them to grow vegetables because it's a fact. So now we're going to imagine that they have a garden. If they had a garden, they would grow some vegetables. It means that they are going to imagine that they had the garden. If they had the garden, they would grow some vegetables. Okay? Number 7, I don't have a boat. I won't or I will not sail around the world. So it's a fact that I don't have a boat. It's a truth. Okay? So I will not sail around the world. Let me imagine that I have a boat. If I had a boat, I would sail around the world. If I had a boat, I would sail around the world. Okay, number 8. Write your homework earlier to go out with your friends as you want. So, can you go out with your friends? Yes, it's possible for you to go out with your friends, but on one condition, okay? That you have to write the homework earlier. So, we are going to use the first conditional. Let's think about it. Okay? So, the answer is if you write your homework earlier, you will go out with your friends as you want. This is the answer of number 8. Okay, number 9. The cage is completely open, so the bird may come out and fly. So, the cage is open, so is it possible for the bird to come out and fly? Of course, it's possible that for that to happen. So if I say if the cage is closed, the bird will not come out and fly. If the cage is closed, okay, the bird will not come out and fly. Okay, number 10. You are too short to play basketball. Okay, is it a fact? Is it a truth? Yes, you are too short, so you can never play basketball. We're going to use the second conditional here. So if you were not too short, we are going to imagine that you are not too short. Just imagine that, okay? If you were not too short, you would play basketball. You would play basketball. And now let's move to another type of questions. Correct the following sentences. The first one, if I am a lawyer, I would defend you. What's wrong with this sentence? If I am a lawyer, this part, the first part is present simple. On the other side, I would defend you. He's not a lawyer, so he just imagines that he is a lawyer. So the suitable answer here, if I were a lawyer, I would defend you. Number 2, if she set her alarm tonight, she will wake up on time. If she set. This is the first conditional because it's possible for her to wake up early if she sets her alarm tonight. If she sets, because I have to use the present simple tense. If she sets, she takes S with the verb. So the right answer, we are going to replace set by sets or add S. Okay, number 3, he wouldn't win the race if he doesn't run fast. It's possible for him, as we said before, it's possible for him to win the race if he runs fast. So, he will not win the race if he doesn't run fast. Okay? Okay, number 4. If my uncle visits us tomorrow, we will be happy. So we're looking forward to the visit of our uncle. If my uncle visits us tomorrow, we're going to add s because the present simple takes s with the singular nouns or pronouns. If my uncle visits us, okay? We're going to write here visits us. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 7. Okay, number 5. If I revise the question, I would get the full mark and be the first. I did not get the full mark and I wasn't the first. Okay, if I revised that question, I would yes, I would get the full mark and be the first. If I revised, because it's the second conditional. Okay, and now we are going to revise another rule, which is the reported speech. Okay, in the reported speech, we deliver the speech to somebody else by ourselves. Like when I say, don't take my book, please, Noha. Don't take my book, please, Noha, said Magda. So who was speaking? It's Magda. Okay, she said, don't take my book, please, Noha. So if I make it reported speech, I have to use Magda asked Noha. Magda asked Noha not to take her book. So we are going to change the pronouns. We are going to use not to instead of don't. Okay, we have to erase the speech marks. So let's write the answer. So the answer is Magda asked Noha not to take her book. We changed my to be her. Okay, another one. Keep your room clean and tidy. This is reported command. Hiba. Okay, keep your room clean and tidy. Hiba. Who was speaking? It was mother. She was speaking to Hiba. Mother told. So we have to say mother told Hiba to. Okay, because it's not negative. So mother told Hiba to keep her room clean and tidy. Okay, and don't forget to erase the speech marks. Okay. Okay, number 13. I'll go home when I have written my emails, the man said to his wife. So this is reported statement. I will go home, he tells his wife. I'll go home when I have written my emails. Okay, in this case, we are going to push the verb backwards to the past tense. So will becomes would. Have or has becomes had. So don't forget to push the verb backwards to the past tense. And erase the speech marks and change the pronouns. So the man told his wife he would go home when he had written his emails. Let's write the answer. So let's read the answer. The man told his wife that we have to use that. He would go home. We changed the tense. Will became would. He would go home when he had written. We changed have to be had. Okay, when he had written emails. Okay, number 14. Okay. I think there is something wrong with the ship, the captain said. So who is speaking? The captain is speaking. Okay, let's let's change it to the reported speech. So the captain said that he thought, because I have to change the pronoun to be he, I becomes he. He thought there is becomes there was something wrong with the ship. So the answer again. The captain said that he thought there was something wrong with the ship. sorry. Let's continue. Number 16, Hatem said to Noha, I have just bought a new car. We are going to use told. So instead of said to, we are going to use told. Hatem told Noha that he had bought a new car. Let's say it again. Hatem told Noha that he had bought a new car. So we changed it said to become told. We changed the tenses, the pronouns first, so that he have becomes had, because we said we have to change the verb into the past tense. Okay, let's write the answer. Number 17, repair the light but don't wash the car, he asked the mechanic. Okay, so it's a reported command. Repair the light, it's an order. Okay, but don't wash the car, he asked the mechanic. So let's start with he asked the mechanic to repair the light, but not to, because we said before don't becomes not to, but not to wash the car. Okay, number 19, she said that I met my friend yesterday. Okay, so we are going to say she said that. We have to use asked instead of she said that. So she asked. I think there is something wrong here. Okay, we are going to keep said that as it is and not to use asked. So we say she said that she met her friend yesterday. What about the time markers? The time markers have to change. Okay, so I can say she said that she met her friend the day before. She met her friend the day before. Okay, or we can either say she said that she had met, because the past simple can be past simple as it is or past perfect. So we can either say she met her friend the day before, or she had met her friend the day before. Okay, let's read the answer. She said that she met, or she had met her friend the day before, because we changed the time marker yesterday to be the day before. Number 20, I'm visiting London next week. This is present continuous for future. I'm visiting London next week. So he told me that he was visiting London the next week, or the week after. Okay, the answer is he told me that he was visiting London the following week. We changed it next week to be the following week. Okay. And now let's correct the mistakes on the reported speech. Number 6, I told Rania to switch it on the computer. Can I say to switch it on? Where is the mistake? Of course, it's impossible to use past simple after to. I have to use the infinitive after to, so I told Rania to switch without ed. Okay? Okay, the next one, number 7. Fatma told Iman, don't jump around. She told Iman not to. Okay, because don't jump around has to be between brackets because it's a reported speech. But when I say Fatma told Iman, it's a reported speech. So I have to say Fatma told Iman not to jump around. Okay? Not to jump around instead of don't jump around. Number 8, my mother said me. Can I say said me to help my sister? What is the mistake? Yes, I have to say my mother told me to help my sister. Okay? Number 9, Mom told me she's coming home at 9. Mom told me. It's reported, not direct speech. So she told me she is coming, or she, we have, don't forget that we have to push the verb backwards to the past tense. So she was coming home at 9. Number 10. My father said that he can help me. My father said that. Of course, it's reported sentence. My father said that. So he could help me. Okay, you have to use the tense in the past. He could. Okay, so we finished the first session. Thank you very much.